Holy crap. That's why you don't let people get farmed. That Viper just absolutely out-farmed that Weaver, and it showed late game. You know, Weaver didn't have any of the items he needed, and the Viper was just farmed up and ready to go. I think it would have been completely different if the Weaver had gotten the farm he needed. So, we'll see how it goes this game, you know. You can always learn something from each game, so let's see if they pick it up and use it this game. Definitely probably going to see a ban on the Death Prophet this game, by the way, guys. Alright, so improving going to start out banning out the Lycan. They don't want to put up with it at all. No Lycan for them. Now, Leonardo da Vinci, on the other hand, I can see them banning out probably your most often heroes. I see them banning out. They still don't like that Templar, though. I'm not sure why. They just don't seem to like Templar at all. I mean, Viper does wonders for destroying her, though. Any damage over time hero destroys her pretty quickly. Alright, so whatever. Alright. Improving's chance to ban out the Death Prophet. They don't ban her out here. Probably going to see him pick her up if she's not banned out by Leonardo da Vinci. DeFinchie. They ban out the Faceless Void. They're not putting up with it. Okay. Not a bad shot. Good opportunity all the way around. Yeah, let's be honest. Flavor of the month hero. Ugh. And he's not bad. And he's not OP. He's just flavor of the month. I think once people figure out how to deal with his Chronosphere, they'll be like, oh, okay, gotcha.
Reserve time.
Of course, you know, it absolutely could be complete MMR differences, too. I mean, come on. He ain't Jack Dilly in my leagues, but I'm kind of trash leagues. I'm not like you pro guys. Oh, you guys have all sorts of problems. There's the Death Prophet ban. They're not letting them get that opportunity. Improving was thinking about it. They really were. So now's the opportunity for Improving to kind of show off. They get first pick. They get to choose who they want to start off this game. Shadow Shaman's still a good pick all the way around. I mean, I understand the Ancient Apparition pick last game, but it just did not work out the way they wanted to, so I hope they don't go after it again. They did scoop up the Razor again, though. Razor, not a bad choice overall. Great hero all the way around. Just needs a little help in those fights. He can't 1v5. So we'll see how that one goes for him. Now it's up to Leonardo da Vinci to give us the first two picks that they plan on going with. I personally hope for a different strat this game, but the push strat is pretty much a favorite right now. A lot of people are enjoying it. A lot of people are using it.
Hurry, hurry.
It's not a bad strat. It's just it's boring.
Reserve time.
There's the Viper. Oh, the Viper worked so well for him last game. I wonder if they're going to put Viper in mid against the Razor this time. Be an interesting fight out. I mean, Viper was doing very good on last game, and if they throw the same guy on him, I can absolutely see it happening. So, definitely opportunities are available. Viper's just so nasty mid too, isn't he? So, we'll see how it goes.
5 seconds. Hurry.
All right, come on, guys. Give me your second pick. Go ahead. Oh, they got the Tide Hunter.
Radiant team.
All right, they're gonna stay with what they know works. That Ravage Tide Hunter with Refresher. Oh my goodness, he wrecked so much face. Great job getting in there, doing the damage he needed to, and just popping right back out. Doom has been picked up. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna see some face bashing now. They ban out. Improving bans out the Ursa. They're not going to play and let them have Ursa. Like, oh, we didn't pick him. You're not having him either. But, not saying they can't play him. I just didn't see it coming in their lineup. So, I expect possibly banning out couple of good supports here. Possibly ones they saw them play if they don't plan on picking them up themselves. So, I can see him possibly banning out Shadow Shaman if they don't have any intentions of picking him up. But on the other side, as soon as they do that, I expect Improving to ban out the Disruptor. I mean, they could ban out Vengeful Spirit, but Disruptor was just decimating them in team fights. He was saving the static fields. He was just everything, coming in there, wrecking the team fights, and glimpsing everybody that tried to get away back into the middle of the fight. So he's definitely doing a good job of controlling the fight and keeping them in positions. Uh-oh. They banned out the Skywrath. They're getting kind of sick of him. No surprise here, really. I mean, Skywrath Mage is absolutely damaging if given the opportunity. So they want to make sure they keep that opportunity down.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
They try. They try. The big thing here...
Reserve time.
Skywrath Mage. I mean, I understand the Skywrath Mage one. Anytime someone gets the Faceless Void, or if they get a hero that has a very good lockdown, like Shackles from the Shadow Shaman.
Dire's ban.
But, not really sure. There goes that Disruptor. Alright. So they were paying... No. Yeah. You gotta ban out all the heroes you gotta ban out. That's understandable. Disruptor did such a good job last game of controlling the flow of the fights. I can absolutely understand why Improving wants him out of the picture. But it's got plenty of opportunity for them to get better at it. So, final ban coming down over here on Leonardo DeFinchie. And really, the only thing they got to do at this point is ban out another support. One that they expect them to use. So, Shadow Shaman or something like that. You know, when in doubt, ban something you know they're going to use or that they've already used before. I could see a Shadow Shaman going into this lineup. So, there you go. Bans him out very nicely. Cleans it out. And they pick up a Jakiro. Now, I noticed last game Improving banned out Jakiro. So, that must be from watching the previous matches and going, yeah, they do a pretty good Jakiro. And there goes Rubik. So, this is going to be interesting already. Mainly because Rubik is so good that 0 cast point when he steals anything is just so nice. There is no lag. There is no build up. It's just bam. Oh, well, Ice Breath? Instantly? Steal it. You're good. So they're going to have to do a very good job making sure that Jakiro does not get called out by the Rubik every time once he hits level 6. Centaur Warrunner getting picked up here. This is gonna looks like it's being an aggressive ganking lineup here. Centaur has just got such a great amount of burst damage coming out of him. Absolutely not the kind of one that wants to sit around and fight for an hour like a Doom or a Razor. He wants to get in there, beat you to death, and leave in under 10 seconds. Oh, and Silencer. Oh, you thought you was gonna fight? Shut up. So, I have a friend who really loves Silencer, says he's one of the better heroes if played correctly, and he says pubs just don't play him right. So, I'd love to be shown what a serious Silencer can do, and absolutely has capability of doing it right here, right now.
Hurry, hurry.
Alright, final ban's coming down. Silencer, Razor, Doom, Rubik. Now, Silencer is one of those weird heroes. He's very versatile. He can play mid. He can play
10 seconds to pick.
Support. He can even do safe lane carry, core.
Ban.
So, it's really based upon which way they want to use him up right now. They ban out the Luna. They do not want to give him a good nasty carry late game here. And that's understandable. Personally, I'd like to see Improving scoop up a possible gyrocopter to go with this lineup.
5 seconds remain.
I can see a gyrocopter doing them a lot of good. Mainly because they need to kick out the damage and Gyrocopter's really good at dishing out damage. That called in is great for picking the team fight. And just sheer fact that he can take out a large lineup is really nice for him. Now, they ban out the Enigma. They're not going to allow that last area-specific support. They do not want to deal with the black hole. They do not want to deal with the Maledict, but the oh, I'm having a brain fart here. The ground, whatever. I hate it when I have the brain farts, guys. Been one of those days. You tell I'm a little exhausted. Alright, well, anyway, they just don't want to deal with Enigma in general. So, they're just going to move away from it. And the Dazzle! Sorry, guys, every time you see Dazzle on screen, you have to yell Dazzle. Doesn't matter what anyone that's sitting around you says, just yell Dazzle. Everyone's going to be better. We get a Morphling! Yes, sir! Alright, so, I like improving his lineup just because it's so wacky. But I can absolutely see the continuity here with Leonardo da Vinci's lane here. So they're in position to do a lot of damage. So Legends is on the Centaur Warrunner. Samich hanging out on Tidehunter again. Rattle Rob's got the Dazzle. MC's got the Viper. And Ubmit has got Jakiro. They're ready to play tag. Virage is on the Silencer. And that's who disconnects. So we'll give him a minute. No big rush. Megahertz is on the Rubik. Wristwatch on the Doom. Brix has the Morphling. And Teef has the Razor. So, overall, great lineup all the way around. This is absolutely a I will fight you and beat you in your face lineup. This is team fight capable. Very nasty. They come in, they bust up the team fight. Ice Blast. Toss in with the Macro Pyre. Meanwhile, Razor's picking off anything he can on the sides. Dazzle's saving everybody that even starts to get low. Centaur Warner allows them to go into the fight with Stampede or out. And that Double Edge and Hoof Stomp just does so much damage. People just do not respect it enough. Not counting Anchor Smash and everything else that's going to be coming out of the Tidehunter, who did a very good job last game of making sure that pressure was kept on every single fight. Oh,
Once
never
again,
mind.
Video games.
Viper pauses. Viper unpauses. Hey! Body breaks! Alright, so anyway, looking at the overall layout, it looks like it could be a pretty interesting match already. I'm expecting Rubik, Silencer, and Doom to go towards the bottom lane. Doom possibly working jungle, kind of coming in the lane here and there, with Silencer kind of trying to take as much of the farm as he possibly can. Morphling, I could see him mid. And Teef over here on the Razor going on solo. So I could see that. Now, on the opposite side here, I guarantee Tidehunter's going solo. Unless he finds a reason to get out of the lane, he'll just sit there and just poke at him. No big loss to him. Dazzle, Jakiro, and Viper going to go play down in the bottom lane again, with Centaur possibly mid, unless they rotate Centaur down the bottom and give Viper mid. Which, Viper against a Morphling could be an interesting fight.
Where were we? Radiant was pushing.
Just kind of curious which way he's going to go. Hey, look, we got a Jade Horsey! Must pet the horsey. And somebody's got a parrot. Yes, it's a parrot. And he's the sailboat parrot. I can't say much. I have it on rotation, so. My protected towers. You no can hurt. No can hurt my towers. Invulnerable. And by the way, Roshan is just kind of chilling here Just, hanging out in his pit. Nobody wants to even check him this game. I don't know why that is. Alright, so Tidehunter's going to go solo. There's a smoke at a seat hidden over here behind the tower. I kind of like that. Nice little hiding spot for it. Not really any surprises going on here. He went out, got his ward in position. Going to be able to see if there's any sneaky stuff going on. And we've actually got dual lane. Is it? Yeah, it's dual lanes, looks like. Well, I don't know. Silencer could just be warding and going away. Wards are in pretty decent positions. They are going to de-ward the first one. But second one's still in position. Going to make sure he has a very good vision of everything out here. So, no real shutdowns there. Those kind of suck to lose a ward, but, lose what you got to. Illusion Rune over here, so Razor's going to go ahead and scoop that up and put it to use. And they just saw a nice ward go down on the backside because Silencer is in a great hiding spot. And not sure if he's thinking about trying to pick a fight here with the Viper to start off with. Viper still hasn't skilled anything yet. Not sure which way he wants to take this fight. Morphling went straight in on this ability shift. So, not sure which way it's going to go. Silencer going to go ahead and drop the last word on. Try to piss off the Viper. Got to be careful though. There comes Jakiro. Puts down the Ice Blast. Might give just enough to catch out. A little bit of damage going down. Uh-oh. Morphling in trouble here. Got to be careful. Does not want to get caught out. Ice Blast is up. Able to come down and put it down if he needs to. Not going to take the opportunity when he can. And Morphling having to take it safe here. Going to go ahead and just go back to farming. No big loss to him. Doom, on the other hand, going to go ahead and play it safe. Take his farm while he can. Got his Devour up. Going to be able to just use that to keep his farm going. But does not want to get caught out here by that Ice Path. Dazzle does have the Poison Touch to start off. So he's going to definitely be able to harass very well here against this Doom. Meanwhile, Razor's just going to go ahead and play tag games here with the Tidehunter. Not a bad lineup here. Be able to fight pretty well. Just got to be careful. Make sure he doesn't get caught out. Rubik coming around on the backside. Trying to get in position. Not going to catch him. Oh! Toss him down. Trying to catch him. Put the damage out. Razor is just sucking up all the static link he can. Not going to be able to do enough to take him out, though. Did get 35 damage out of him, though. Not too bad of a run there. But basically just going to chase him back behind his tower and then have to go back in the lane. Taking a fair amount of damage on that walk, by the way. So they got to be careful. They're using that time to keep pressure on. Like the pulls here going on the Dire side. They're making sure that these camps are being disrupted. Messing up the lanes. Making Doom have to come out from behind that tower. Because if they can get behind him, they will take him out. Between Poison Touch and Ice Path, he could be in a lot of trouble if he's not careful. The stuns there and all could just decimate him. But Jakiro's just going to use this time to take what damage he can. Do what he needs to. Absolutely in position.
Denied.
Alright. So much fun. So, last hits definitely going in the way of the Dire at this point. Morphling trying to chase out the Viper. Not really in position to do so yet. Trying to keep the damage on him, but just not able to keep pushing in there. Viper, of course, gonna go ahead and keep that poison going. Comes in, dumps some damage on him, and goes right into trying to take him out with the poison. Morphling's got to be careful here. Getting pretty low. Viper could have chased, but safely stays back. Does not want to misjudge how nasty that Morphling can be. That's already a level 2 waveform. He can put out a serious amount of damage here. Tried to do a double pull here, it looks like. Didn't work out. Rubik's just going to go ahead and fall back. Let the lane fall back into position. They want to keep this pressure over here up against the tower. They like to keep the Tidehunter out of position. They want to catch him. But that ward is just serving him so well. They keep hoping maybe the ward's gone. Gotta be it, right? Jakiro on the rotation around already has Liquid Fire up and Ice Bath, so he's able to harass very well. Morphling, on the other hand, just kind of keeping the pressure on mid. Got his bottle up, and that bottle is going to allow him to sit here and just harass even a little bit more on the mid lane against the Viper. Viper, on the other hand, rushing up to get everything he needs so he can keep the pressure on. Silencer picks up an illusion rune, going to go ahead and rotate back down towards lane. Looks like they're going back for that Smoke of Deceit that they want to put to use. So, now it's time to see how that's going to work out for them. Scoop it up, put the smoke on, and looks like they're thinking about rotating in on mid. Of course, at this point in time, Tidehunter's like, hey, their supports are missing. Just heads up, guys. Doom, gotta watch out. Does not want to get caught playing over here with the Dazzle. Dazzle's got the ability to just really annoy the ever-living crap out of him if he's not careful. He wants to put the damage down while he can. Gotta be careful he doesn't get caught out with a Stomp, though. That's not even counting follow-up Ice Path behind it. Definitely allows for a lot of combos here. Doom has to be careful. Does not want to get caught out. So he's just going to play it really safe. Smoked up gank did not work out for him. Could not get in a position to catch that Viper, who's just doing such a good job of keeping that farm going. Big thing to notice here is the last hits. Definitely see that there's no slacking over here on the Dire side as they make sure they are staying up on those last hits. There goes the Viper Strike, trying to take out the Morphling. Morphling starts strength morphing immediately. Gotta be careful. He may not have enough to survive this. Barely gets out of there because the tower comes in, pulls the aggro. Gonna have to chase him back, but gonna keep him from getting over there for that regen rune, which Viper is gonna absolutely enjoy getting his hands on. And now Morphling has to be even more careful because Viper being level 6, having that, and Morphling really just barely eking it through right now. He is level 6, just not in a position to take that fight. We have a tri-lane versus tri-lane going on top with Razor versus Tidehunter on bottom. Tidehunter, on the other hand, though, already level 6, while Razor's going to go ahead and keep playing tag games with him. It's actually an ideal situation for the Razor because he can just keep poking at the Tidehunter. Doesn't have to actually go after an aggressive attack. Just poke, poke, poke. No big surprises to him. This allows the Doom to start getting the farm he really wants. Because being only level 5, he wants to get in there and start these fights, put his Doom down, and just really put some damage out on him when he can. Rubik being only level 3, not in a position to take the fight he wants. And Silencer only level 4, able to come in and start the fight with the last word, initiate on there and force them to do something. But still not in a position he wants where he can just go in and fight indiscriminately upon however he wants to find it. Got the double pull going on. Doom devours 19 seconds for finishing. Not going to be able to get in here and take that. Doom says, "Oh, look, you've got creatures for me to kill. Awesome. I love creatures." 8 seconds till that's done, though. Not going to be able to get in position. Got to be careful. Oh, looks like they want to play. Oh, the Stampede goes down. Looks like they're going to catch the Doom out. He's not going to be able to get away. That cleave just does so much damage from the double edge. Supports are glad they were on the other side of the trees at that point because that would have been nasty. And here comes Viper. Got the Invis up. Full health. Viper Strike is ready. Going to be able to come in. Go straight in after the Rubik. Everyone else is going to go diving in on the Silencer. Try to pick him out also. There's 2. Doom comes in. TP's right into the midst of him. Not the fight he wanted. He gets picked out also. Definitely not the fight they wanted to have. We've got Razor over here playing with the Tidehunter. Not going to be able to take him out. Going to be able to just come in here and put out some damage on him, chase him back a little. But not what they wanted to in that fight. Morphling trying to catch up, working on his farm as best he can, but those 4 kills right there, right back to back, not what they wanted to play. Rubik, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and step here, try to defend this tower. Good thing to note here is the Fade Bolt does a good job of bringing down the damage of these heroes, so they're not able to really push this tower as hard as they'd like.
Radiant's top tower is
But
being attacked.
they need to do something here. Viper is in a good position to get caught out, just they were not able to get in position to catch him. So absolutely there. Going to TP out, safely get away, no big loss to him. He's already got the kills he needed. Get his heal going on. Jakiro's going to come in, get his heals. And now at this point, they're really going to start moving that net worth graph. You see it was doing alright, and then all of a sudden, 4 kills. Same with the experience. They were starting to lose out on experience, then all of a sudden, ka-chunk, 4 kills. Those chain kills do wonders, guys. Don't mistake them. Morphling, on the other hand, has been using this time to keep his farm up. He knows he needs to use it wisely. Not going to lose that opportunity when he can. Wards are in position, but unfortunately they both have wards in that position, so no surprises there. Morphling TP's away, has the haste rune in position, trying to go in and take out the Jakiro. Might actually catch him here. Trying to get in position. Oh, the last word. That's just not even right. TP's in, last words. And just, oh, shallow grave. Sorry. You no get that kill. Rubik even came over to try to stop it. Uh-oh. Viper's coming in around the backside. Wants to catch the Morphling on the return trip. Morphling kind of spots it out. Says, I'm not risking that. I'm just going to go over here. I'll take the long walk. Mid tower's not in that bad of a shape. Now we got Rubik over here. Going to come play with the Tidehunter for a little bit. Razor's back over here doing a little bit of a recharge. Doing a pretty good job working on the items he needs to, but unfortunately Dazzle is over here doing a great job of helping the Viper push on this mid tower. Morphling wants to play, does not have enough mana up to put out another wave for him, so gonna have to be very careful here. Uh-oh, Jakiro moving in also, got the Liquid Fire up on level 3, ready to push towers very hard with that. One thing a lot of people don't know is how good the pushing power of Liquid Fire is. It does so good on kicking that damage out. Morphling pumping up, getting ready to go in. Wants to do what damage he can. He's got the Silencer with him. Not really sure if this is the fight he wants to have, though. Doom going down. Trying to find someone to play with, but Stampede goes off and they're able to walk away very safely. Trying to catch the Jakiro at least. But unable to get in there. He gets that ice path off and pretty much just walks away scot-free.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Definitely in a very big problem here, trying to keep the damage going on here. Razor, already level 8, working to get his damage up in position he needs to. But just not getting the farm where he needs it. Doing a good job of keeping those last hits though. But if you look here, Centaur has been doing a great job with the Stampede. And already has his Blink Dagger. He's ready to start jumping in and ganking people left and right. Jakiro's rotating up to the top lane. They're going to take the top tower. No real stopping it there. And at this point, Radiant's got to figure out which way they want to go. Improving knows that there's got to be some damage put out. But they've got to get the farmed up items yet. They're still a little bit behind in the levels. They're looking for those level 6s in the core heroes. Supports have to hit their level 6 so they can really start being more and more effective. And even though Razor's got what he needs for the basic starting here, he does not have what he needs to take the full fight. He wants that mechanism so he can step in there safely, take the fight, activate his ult, and just kind of man fight as much as possible. Problem is, he doesn't have it, and it looks like they're coming around to play tag with him. There it goes, got the Ravage, got the Hoof Stomp, got the Ice Path. He is not escaping that. Nothing but ganks coming as hard as possible. And big thing here is, look, Dire's got a ward out, but there's nothing out here at all showing off for the Radiant to let them know that that whole group was walking down towards bottom to try to push this tower.
Bottom tower is being attacked.
There we go. We've got Radiant all in position in the mid, and they're not even going to be able to get up here and destroy this tower, it doesn't look like. They're just not in position. They don't have the damage output yet, and Creep Wave is not in position to help them out here either. So even though they've got the capabilities, they just aren't going to be able to take it. And it looks like Dire's going to go ahead and make it a 2. They aren't slowing down. Now, Glyph isn't even available for the Radiant, so they can't even stop this at this point. Razor's going to try to chase them back, just kind of poke at him and walk away. They've got 5 more seconds for that Glyph, but I'm not even sure if the tower is going to last that long. Blink, Hoof Stomp, going in, takes out the Rubik almost immediately. And now they're trying to take out the Razor also, who's doing a great job of sucking down as much as he can. Tower still goes down though. Blink Dagger goes off. Not going to be able to catch the Centaur. Morphling, got to be careful. Does not want to get picked off here. Silence. Diving in, putting out what he can to help fight here. But Centaur pops back in. Tries to do what damage he can. And they've got 2 towers, and they've got to be careful here. Now's the opportunity. They can keep pushing. Razor is down. Doom's all the way up here in the top lane trying to get a tower for tower trade, but this is not going to work out the way they want. That blinking Centaur is just doing so much to shut down any defense they have. Morphling's trying to get in position. Silencer also trying to get in position. Trying to get in there. Needs to get that last word off. There you go. Does get the Centaur with it. Shuts him down with the silence, but not able to do anything to stop him overall. Doom does have to come back in. Not going to be able to get the tower trade he wanted. And now, unfortunately, they have a pretty big lead against them. 0 and 8. The net worth graph absolutely diving against them now. Over here on the Radiant side, they need to start farming. And they need to farm a few heroes, because that's making the difference here. If you look at the overall item progressions, you've already got the mechanism over here. And it looks, points boosters in spot. Look like he's going straight into the Scepter after this. Already got a Maelstrom on the Centaur Warrunner to go with his Blink Dagger. So he's ready to fight. And he's getting to the point where he can just man fight him straight up. Not too concerned with him in any way, shape, or form. And is about to show him exactly why you don't want to let the Centaur get farmed. Meanwhile, Stampede is off cooldown. So is Ravage. Blink is up on the Ravage. They're going in. They want to try to take out the Razor. Loves that they're using all that good stuff to try to take him out, especially since it's a replicant. Doom in position. Has the Blink. Has the Doom. Doesn't really have anything more than some really nice shots here. Needs to catch that Tide before he gets away. Does have the Doom on him. Gets in there. They're looking for the Centaur Warrunner. Doom has to be careful here. He's got all the heal he possibly can, but throw the net. Throw the net. There you go, big boy. Puts the ward, takes him out, and now they've got to go back behind him. There's been a lot of cleanup on the backside. Razor's doing what he can. Trying to escape. Not going to be able to make it. Doom wants to find someone to play with. Razor wants to catch Dazzle. He really wants Dazzle. He's like, come here, Dazzle. You're going to die. Oh my god, 196 stack on him. He wants to tap that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Oh my goodness, Razor's so close. Centaur's coming for him, though. Gets a nice pick-off. Not going to be able to get that kill. That blink in from the Centaur saving him. Razor chased just a little too far. Didn't have the backup he needed. Uh-oh. We got a smoke. They're rotating around on the backside. Tide has his Blink and Ravage ready to go. He wants to get a return vengeance going here. And even though they only lost 3 in that fight, they want to make it a full kill every time they go in. So, here they go. They're looking to see which opportunities they have available. That wonderful Morphling trying to get in there, do what damage he can. They want to shut down that Centaur. Rubik's just going to get shut down over and over again. Not able to get in there, do what he needs to. Morphling trying to escape. Only one that's actually going to escape, it looks like. Doom not going to be able to survive this. So much damage coming out on him. Oh, he barely escapes it as the mechanism goes off on the Razor. Just really chasing him down. Silencer does not survive the wrath of the Tide Hunter. And Blink Dagger is ready to go. Still got a little bit before he's able to do anything against, like, playing the Ravaged card. But unfortunately for them, they're not able to do anything to stop that Centaur War Runner at this point. He's still... Blink is back up. Stampede is down, but he can still come in. Double Edge, Hoof Stomp. Just nothing but damage everywhere they go. We got a Blink. Tidehunter hanging out on top of the hill. Wants to play tag. There we go. Trying to catch the Doom. Rubik jumps in on him. Steals what he has. Got the Hoof Stomp. Not really sure if that's what they want, but oh, they're going in. They're going to take themselves out a Centaur War Runner. Get him off. Nice cleanup. Razor gets the kill on it, which is really important because he really needs the extra gold coming out of stopping that run. So it's going to help him keep building into the higher, stronger items. Got the Ghost Scepter over here on the Morphling. He's trying to work towards the shotgun. Doesn't quite have the money for it yet, but getting really close. Doing a good job of staying alive and keeping that farm coming in, no matter what he has to do. But they've got to be very careful here because Doom is not getting all the farm he needs. Doom does have his Blink Dagger, but that's about the biggest thing he has. He needs to get in here and kick out some serious damage and just not been able to make it happen. Silencer, still got a little bit before he's going to get the silence off. Tidehunter looking for someone to play with. Knows the opportunity's there. Goes in after the Morphling. Morphling just kind of, oh, okay. You're trying to bother me. Okay. Not a problem. You go ahead, pop in. They want to shut down this Tidehunter. Doom comes in, gonna shut him down. And this allows them to get in there, get that pick off they really needed. Doom did a good job of popping that Doom to make sure he could not escape. No blinks, no nothing. Full shutdown on the Tidehunter. So if that's what they got to do, that's what they got to do. And it gave the Ethereal Blade for the Morphling. Time for the Morphling to start shotgunning people. That's pretty much all it is. You're just going to see pop, 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 bams all over the place now. It's a great item all the way around. Gives him a lot of the stuff he needs. The agility gain is great for him at this point. And now we're going to hopefully start seeing him do some serious damage in these team fights. Right now, up until now, it's been kind of that whole poke run, poke run, poke run. And it's kind of that whole, you need that item. Kind of like last game where they really needed that Weaver to get some damage items. This was kind of one of the items that's really needed on the Morphling. Follow-up item for this would be a Lincoln Sphere. Really help kick out some extra damage. Now Rubik wants to find someone to play tag with. Hasn't found anyone just yet. Oh, we got Sentry Wars going on over here though. They know what's going on. Not able to do much about it though. Silencer does not have any of the items he needs. It looks like he's working on his Force Staff now. Has enough for it, but most likely he's saving up for that, making sure he has his buyback. Does not want to risk, getting picked out and then losing a team fight because he can't pop that ult when he needs to. Meanwhile, there's a nice regen room down here in the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Dire's bottom tower has been taken out, but yet again by creeps. Good thing here about the Morphling, notice that he's always keeping a replicant out and about, allowing him to change lanes at will when needed. Got a few seconds though, he has to be careful on it. Replicant gets caught. Gonna go ahead and be an annoying little cuss while he can.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
7, 6, not gonna be able to use Replicant much longer. You better figure out what you're gonna do there, Morphling. Oh, he's gonna get the courier pick off. That was nice. Nothing in the courier though, but still doing his job to shut him down. No courier for you guys. He picks off Squawkins, guys. It's always nice to do that move, right? Alright, so we got a Tidehunter hanging out in the trees. He got that Blink Ravage ready to go. They've got to be careful. Razor, if Razor just pops a Plasma Field, he's going to spot out the Tidehunter and go, yep, we ain't playing this game. Steps back from the tower. They're like, nope, 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 not even playing that. Oh, you always hate that when you have this like perfect spot. You want to get somebody and you can't get them. Oh, they trying really hard. Morphling's got to be careful. Might get shut down here. Razor does get shut down. Oh, we've got a lot of damage coming down on the Morphling. Unable to survive even with all the morphing he can possibly do. Rubik gets cleaned out fairly nicely also. that is a full wipe. They are unable to pick the fight they needed to.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Now, they do have buyback available. Let me see here. Which one was it? Buyback is available on the Doom.
Radiant's top tower
On the Doom.
attacked.
Wow.
Radiant have fortified.
Yeah. They gotta be a little careful there. So, at this point,
Radiant's
Doom's the
top
only one that
tower
can
is
pop back, and he does not have the capability of taking out this group. Silence just coming in, trying to shut him down. Puts his silence off to try to shut him down. Razor's in position. Doom is trying to catch who he can. Got the dazzle in the Doom. Not going to allow him to come save anybody.
a spree.
Razor's trying to do some pick-off while he can. Does not.
Radiant has lost.
Jakiro took out the tower. Morphling trying to find someone to pick off. Oh, does not get that off. Trying to get in position. They are looking for people to play with, just not able to find them. Got Macro Pyre over here. Good job of Rubik to grab the first ult he can get his hands on. Razor's found someone to play with, or at least they think it's Razor. Then they realize it's a replicant. But, you know, take what they can. Razor's going to go ahead and take up some farm here in the mid lane. They've only lost tower. It's not end of the world here. Though they do need to put some serious pressure in here shortly. So now's the time to do it. They've kind of pushed them back. A lot of them are still back in their towers and all. They had to, you know, TP out and all that. Now it's time to find that farm they've been missing. And opportunity for that farm is going to start disappearing if they're not careful. So it's absolutely time to start doing what you need to do. Last hits are okay, but net worth is what's really going to cost them here. And carries are doing nice. But that Tidehunter is absolutely beating out that Doom, and that could be a problem for him. Oh, watch out, Morphling. Morphling, you don't have a replicant out. And that cost you absolutely. That's one of those, I can survive crap. Thought I could survive. Uh-oh. He's got his Oblivion Staff. Got his Perseverance. He's not far from having that Refresher Orb. And that's going to be a really nasty fight for him. Now, with Morphling out there thinking about going in and pushing and taking the racks, Silencer not doing the greatest job of picking out this group right here. Trying to do the damage he can. Just not really heavy on damage at this point in time. Macropyre coming out of the Rubik. He's trying to shut down this fight. Razor doing what he can. Got the damage coming out of him. Trying to get in here and pick the fights he can. Doom going off. Trying to do the shutdowns he can.
Bottom tower is being attacked.
Cannot find people to kill, though. He's just trying. Razor's coming in there. Been pumping out damage where he can.
Bottom tower under fire.
But Silencer's not even able to get in there and do what he needs to. Razor still just not able to pick off anybody. That Shallow Grave is doing so good at picking people off. Doom can't find anyone to play with. Every time he does, they put him up in the Whirlwind. So, not really working out the way it was. They were able to save the racks, but they lost so many in that fight trying to just stick with the fight. The buybacks, everything, just costing them more than they should. Actually, hey, I forgot. Now the new net worth graph actually shows how much those buybacks and all were costing them. Boop, 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 boop. So, it's costing them all the way around, and that's really bad for them. Rubik automatically realizes, hey, they probably put a ward up here, let's shut it down. Doom trying to get his farm in, knows if he can get a couple of good core items, it could really be a nasty fighter. Problem is he's not getting it the way he needs. There's so much opportunity here that he's not getting. So he's going to go ahead and sit in lane here, take what farm he can. Razor still farming up very hard. Has his scepter up, has the mechanism. Gonna have to start working on some of his better items now. And that means he needs a lot more money. Rubik, on the other hand, just kind of wandering around, putting up his wards, making sure no one's gonna get caught out. Tidehunter gets a regen rune, because you know Tidehunter needs one. And looks like they are absolutely serious about going in here and playing with Roche. Of course, they smoke at the pit. So, I think it's more just defensive. They don't want to risk the fights. But no real loss to them. They're going to go in here, take the Roche. Not really much that they're going to do other than possibly send a replicant over. Possibly. But not very likely. Silencer coming around. Wants to put down a ward. Drops it. Not sure what he's going to see, though. Ward does not cross the river. But there it goes. Got to be careful. Silencer's going to get caught out. Oh, squeezes away. Very good job. They're not going to play that game. They got to be careful. Dazzle does get burst down, though. They're not playing that game. Morphling is done with him. Goes in, bursts him out. Got to be careful, though. Razor's got the ult going off, trying to shut down Centaur Warrunner, who's going to escape. Nope. Does finally get picked off. And Morphling zooms back to base because he's the only surviving one. The rest of them were not able to survive the onslaught there. Tidehunter comes in, pops that Ravage. Viper didn't even have to use his. There's so much damage coming in there. Here's the Refresher Warp on the Tidehunter, and this is going to allow him to really become an annoying team fight problem. Every time they turn around, he's going to be popping in there and throwing up the Ravage. So, every time they want to take a tower, they just pop in. Viper's just not going to let him take this tower and do what he can to shut it down. He's even going to start denying this tower probably in a little bit. Looks like it is low enough to go ahead and shut down. So as he takes that down, he's going to go ahead and slip around over here, clean out the bottom lane here, and work his way around. Morphling doing what he can to try to get the farm he can. Shakiro, out on the backside here, has the Yules. It's been doing wonders in these team fights, making sure they're having to fight for every bit of farm they can. And every time someone wants to engage, they are getting shut down by the Yules. He's even kind of playing with the Morphling here, like, oh yeah, come after me, I dare you. But Morphling, being smarter than that, just going to go ahead and sit back, take every bit of farm he can, and hopefully get out of there before he gets caught out. Doesn't want to use up that TP. Got the rest of his items for his KB, though. And now I expect to see him trying to pick on some of these fights, because they're not going to be able to slow him down like they did before. So, uh-oh. Looks like we got a heart building over here on the Centaur, though. Definitely in position to do it. Dazzle going to go ahead and ward up the jungle over here. Make sure there's no surprises coming. Refresher Tide looking for someone to play with. And Viper is in a good position to come back them up as needed. Already has his Minor and Scepter, so he's going to be able to play very nicely too. Rubik, on the other hand, has no spell yet. He needs to steal from somebody. But he doesn't want to steal from the Centaur. Something about he jumps in his face when he does. I don't know why. Doom has still waiting on some major items, it looks like. I mean, he really needs some of these bigger items, and just not being able to get in here to get them is what's really costing him. Got to be careful, saving up for the buyback. We'll see how many buybacks they actually have at this point. There's 2 on the Radiant side. Oh, but here they go. Looks like we got a little bit of fun going. Uh-oh. Razor's trying to get in there and do what damage he can. He's getting just damage after damage going down. Not able to keep the damage. Razor goes over here, steals the Hoof Stomp, gets taken out by the Ravage, and now they're going straight in on the Rax. Yeah, Silencer trying to shut him down, not going to be able to do anything about it. Doom coming out of the thing just to find out it's not going to be nice to him.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Has capability to come in here and pop out some damage, but it's not really worth diving in a 1v4 situation. So he's going to sit back, heal up, and kind of figure out how they want to deal with this fight here. Gonna have Rubik back in just a second, but unfortunately, oh no, they have buyback capabilities. Whether they have money or not to do it's a whole nother thing. Boop. So net worth not working out in their favor. They've got to figure out how they want to do it. They're losing racks, they're losing towers. They need to have that one good push. And this could be their opportunity. They've come in. Doom doesn't even get a chance to go off. Gets absolutely shut down completely. Rubik gets tossed in the air. They're not going to let him get in on this fight. Rubik gets cleaned out very quickly. Morphling trying to get in there, getting abused. Doom buys back, goes straight into the fight, but still not able to pick people off. Jakiro's walking out of this fight like there's nothing going on. Aegis does get to go off, but unfortunately for them, not the fight they wanted to have. They're not able to get in here and get the pickoffs they wanted. And they are keeping Morphling out of this fight as best they can. He comes in, takes out the Jakiro, and he is looking for more people to kill. Unfortunately, so is Razor, and Razor's killing them in their base. So Morphling's got to be careful. He wants to get in here, put out some serious damage. Comes in, zooms in, kicks out the damage to pick him off, and now he's going after the Tide. Knows he's in a good position to do it, but unfortunately, Rubik is the backup and doesn't have what he needs to back that fight up. So he's going to jump back in here, get a heal going on, and hopefully come right back out ready to fight against the Tide Hunter, who at this point is the only one on his side ready to fight. Dazzle come back out, going to go ahead and push the top lane out, make sure that there's no chance for it to come through, and it's the last lane with Rax. So this kind of forces, with 2 lanes down, Radiant's really going to have to work hard just to stay alive. They have to keep this going on. They are really punching it out here, but the problem is net worth is really starting to go against them very badly. Razor's really starting to fall behind. Does not have some of the items he has. They are shutting him down every time he steps out of that base. Morphling's doing okay, but still not good enough, and Doom is just so far behind and kicking out the damage and all. Possibly needs a pipe just to be able to deal with the fights here. Tidehunter's doing a good job of working on the Ancients for the Radiant. You know, doesn't want them to go to waste or anything. But Rubik's going to come over here and just kind of ward up some places just so we can see what's going on outside their base. But here comes everybody down the top lane. Viper picks up Boots of Travel. So here he comes flying in on the backside and just ready to pick this fight. Morphling coming back. Needs to go ahead and pop himself out. A nice replicant to help with this fight. Got the Stampede though. This might work out for him. They can come in and really kick some good damage out. Trying to shut down the Dazzle as fast as he can. Morphling wants him out of there. Not able to get him out though. Doom coming in. Shuts down the Tide Hunter. Very key Doom there. Still not sure if they're going to have what they need to take it out though. Rubik goes down. Morphling's still trying to find someone he can pick and play with. Here they come. Morphling's coming in. Razor's got the static link off. But there goes a double Ravage. Picks out the Razor. Morphling fired up and ready to go. Just not able to get in here and kick somebody out. Doom locked down. Unable to get around. Having to get shut down yet again. Morphling's going back. Trying to heal up. Got a silencer on his hands. But even Silencer's not going to be able to get in here and do what he does. And there goes the GG, guys. 2 in a row going towards the guys in the #1 slot. And that is... what is it? Leonardo DeFinchie. No, I was going to mess it up. DeFinchie, yes. Leonardo DeFinchie's. So, there you go, guys. 2 games in a row going to the Leonardo DeFinchie's. DeFinchie's. Ah! It's killing me tonight, guys. It's just killing me. Alright. So, hang tight. I'll catch y'all on the next time I come out for a